Welcome back to the Cast and Reel. So I am bringing you a rod. This one is attached to a reel, but this reel is literally another video. I'm bringing you a specific rod for a couple of reasons. Now, I have been fishing a lot of my life, but I've never really, until a couple of years ago, I really haven't paid attention to the gear that I use. To this day, I'm very meticulous on the gear. I'm meticulous on price, quality, and efficiency, and how smooth it is. Because I'm not one of those guys. I'm not made of money. I'm looking for a good quality product that is not exactly cheap, but not as expensive as the name brand stuff. So we are bringing you a product that you all are familiar with, a company that you all are familiar with. I'm bringing you a company by the name of ZEBCO. ZEBCO has always had the reputation of not necessarily bad. It's very good. It's very good. It's a very good American company. Unfortunately, a lot of their quality has gone down to China. So enough said. I don't really have to say anything. But ZEBCO has always had the reputation of, I need a fishing pole and I need something cheap, which that is their selling point. They work, depending on if they're ZEBCO 202s or they're 33s, it depends on the quality. They started actually making closed-faced reels. Well, I've never been a big fan of ZEBCO rods until about 3 days ago. I picked up a ZEBCO, it's their Platinum Ti. This is a two-piece rod. It's hard to get this all in the camera. Now, starting off at the end, we have a cork handle with a rear end carbon rod. And then we do have your traditional plastic threading. Plastic with metal on the outside, reel retainers with the plastic spanner nut. Now, connecting to the bottom part of the rod shaft itself, this is carbon. And I do like the carbon because it's very well spun when it comes to your lure or bait hook, which is down here and holds your bait. That's spun very, very nicely. The rest of it up here, I believe this one's for show. It's very, very good string wrapping, or whatever you want to call it. And then of course they got the tape, which ZEBCO to be expected. Now when it comes to the eyelets, and again this is reinforced, literally reinforced carbon all the way through here. Now the bottom part of the shaft of the rod, more carbon, but very finely wrapped when it comes to the actual string wrapping and sealed very, very nicely. They are nice brass inserts and they're smoothed out with your steel eyelets, which is really, really nice. Most of the time you see stainless steel, but I do like brass. They did a very, very good job on the eyelets. Now this is a two-piece. I'm not necessarily a big fan of two pieces unless it's in this configuration. I don't like the top part of the rod that goes over the top of the bottom part of the shaft. I do like it where you take the top and it actually goes inside the second part of the lower shaft. You're less likely for it to launch off. Over time they do work themselves off and go that way with your lure. It's not fun. Now the second piece of shaft is actually made out of fiberglass. I've always been a big carbon and carbon fiber fanatic, but fiberglass works well. The reason I like this particular fiberglass, first of all, it's a very, very high quality fiberglass. They did a good job at fit and finishing. But this one also has a wire core in it for extra rigid, extra stability. By the way, and the eyelets on the second part of the two-piece shaft is done very well. Same thing up here. You got the brass eyelets with steel. And again, this one's got a wire core in it. The reason I like fiberglass a little bit more than most rods is you're not as stiff. The sensitivity on this is astronomical, out of this world. ZEBCO has done done well with this rod, and I've never been a big fan of ZEBCO to begin with. Right down to the eyelets, to the string wrapping around the eyelets, just how flexible this one is. I'm all about sensitivity depending on the rod. Unless it's like a bait caster, I want something that's rigid, that's gonna, you know, it is what it is. This rod is great for flipping frogs. So yeah, this is pretty much my ZEBCO Platinum TI in a nutshell. I've got quite a few casts with this one in. You know, I've got the feel of this one, and hopefully by the end of the season I can give you an after-action review on this particular rod. Anyway, this is the casting reel. If you have any questions or concerns on the ZEBCO Platinum TI rod, feel free to leave them at the bottom. Feel free to rate, and feel free to subscribe to the casting reel. As always, stay dry, and I'll catch you later.